Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is part 2 of a 2-part recap. If you're wondering where part 1 was, well, go check in the feed and be sure to subscribe so that way you always get your episodes. But enough of that. Let's get right back into the episode.
So now they're kind of joking around and stuff. And
So I was like, you're being a diva.
Yeah. So back outside, Brynn's like, Jessel's my shot girl, right? She's like, oh God, now I'm your shot girl. It's like, you were just coming after me this whole trip, but now I'm suddenly your shot girl. So, but Brynn, Brynn will like you if you drink with her. So they do.
Right. And also Brynn has bigger fish to fry right now. So she's good with Jessel again. She tried to start something up with Jessel. She accidentally got Uba and now she's in it with Uba. So she has no need to feud with the Jessel at the moment.
Yeah, that was
so
no
Raquel
accident
comes out.
with Uba, but she didn't get a reaction from Jessel and she got one from Uba. So she's like, okay, game's changed. I'm going for the big boss right now.
Yeah. Hey, Sai and Raquel, did you have a good conversation? And it's like, yeah, we did. I'm so happy you talked. I'm sure you are. So now they are gathering again, and now Sai is getting a text. Oh God, here comes the next flare up is about to come. Sai gets a text from her husband, and then of course Brynn is like, do you and David ever sex?
And she's like, no, he sucks at sexting. Which I think is funny. I suck at sexting too. I can't even do it. I'm like, they're like, what are you wearing? I'm like, cereal, because I just spilled some down my shirt. What are you doing?
Okay, question. Who here sucks? Because let's start sexting someone's partner, okay?
See, this is the slumber party shit. Right? Like, oh my God, let's talk about sexting. And again, it's not coming from a place of us being prudes. It's just it's not an interesting thing to watch someone who is pushing 40 still being like,
oh my God, sexting.
I don't even mind some of that stuff because I just think it's part of Housewives. It's like, oh my God, we're wacky. Let's talk about our favorite position with our guys. And I get it. And we're not, we're guys. So of course we're not into the girl talk and stuff. What bothers me about Brynn is because it's Brynn. So everything's bothering me right now. She's got me cranked. But also it's just, it can kind of get people in trouble. I feel like she's always trying to do things that are going to fuck with people. Let's secretly start texting and try and get your husband to send us a dick pic on camera that we can show. Or let's one of us start sending your husband nudes and see if we can get him to fuck me over sex to make it look like he's cheating on you. It's sinister. It's always something mean and it's always something sinister. It's not fun.
You know what it is? There's a way to talk about sexting that's fun and interesting and is revealing, and you learn about these people that we're watching because usually it comes up as an organic conversation, but the who here sex, doing a round table, hey, let's have this moment that's going to be so salacious, it's going to go viral, it's going to be hilarious, and there's just something that is where she is so deeply entertained by this, but it's just not, it's so one note. It's the same thing over and over again. And we never learn anything about Brynn. She sometimes lets us in, but instead we just have to sit through this again. So here we go. So she's joking about, sexting and everything. And Rebecca's like, oh yeah, we can text dudes can we text dudes from your phone? And Brynn's like, fuck yeah. She's like, okay, if I got onto your phone, you know what I'm going to sext? I'm going to say, who wants to get coconut water? It's my favorite line.
My blood cup just fell out. What do you call that thing?
It was my K-cup? No. Is it my K-cup?
My K-cup? My Keurig? I think that's my Keurig cup.
My K-cup. Well, that's
Dorinda. That's not Dorinda. That's Deandra Simmons with the K-cup. The K-cup coming out. So
they're fell out.
So they're joking, and Rebecca's like, should we go on Ryan Tinder? And Raquel's like, you want to send some dude on her phone nudes? What the fuck? And Rebecca's like, yeah, I think if a dude got a nude of these on their phone, he'd be like, bye, I'm out. I'm traumatized and I'm going home. So Brynn's like, oh, she seems pretty comfortable with this. Oh, how much of that rumor was false, Becky?
What are you trying to do? So Rebecca's like, oh yeah, he's on here with he's with 4 kids, the babysitter right now. So anyway, so Erin's basically like, I'll do it. I'm gonna be hilarious. Let's like trick Abe into like sexting, like sex talk with me on the phone.
Yeah, so they get the phone, and then Jessel comes up in like stiletto heels. And like, where the fuck are you going? What are you wearing those shoes for? She's like, it's part of the look. I thought it was synchronized swimming. And like, you swim in the water. She's like, yeah, but it's part of the walking up to the water look.
It's the synchronized swimming pre-show look. You always have to have that. I don't understand why it's so hard to understand.
So Erin calls Abe on speakerphone, and he's like, what's up? And she's like, hey, Abe, Brynn's like, hey, Abe, it's Brynn. It's just the three of us. We're hanging out in the bath together. What are you thinking about right now? He's like, I'm not responding to that one.
He's like, I'm honestly just looking at the Bitcoin market at the moment. Abe, how dare you?
And she's like, come on, Abe, I'm soaping up my boobies, Abe. What are you thinking? He's like, you're not going to get me in trouble. She's like, what if I'm just trying to get you in trouble, Abe? He's like, wouldn't be the first time. She's like, look, I'm sitting here snuggling on Erin. She smells so good. Take your dick out. Take it out. And then Uba's like, gross. Abe, you're on speakerphone.
Brynn's like, shut the fuck up, Uba. Because Uba just like leaves, and Uba's like, no, that's not great, Abe. You're on speakerphone and everyone is listening to you. What the fuck? Fuck you guys. So honestly, I mean, I think what they're doing, I would never do that. I have a conspiracy theory, because Brynn gets so mad that Uba did this, because Uba basically was like, you're on speakerphone, like, you should know this, Abe, and then walks away. And I think most people in that situation would be like, oh, Uba, you just ruined it. Okay, whatever, Abe, ha. But Brynn is like so mad that I actually think that Brynn, Erin, and Abe like planned to have a scene that was going to be hilarious, and it was going to be a moment, and Uba like ruined their plan.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I think that Uba just got pissed because she hates those girls anyway, and she's like, fuck you, so she ruined it. But
yeah,
I think she has a point. I think trying to get your partner to like pull out his dick, like get him turned on, and then what would have happened if Abe was like, okay, I'm fucking horny, I've got a heart on right now. Then you just ruin that guy's reputation. You've already been dragging him through the mud about the Bitcoin, him not being there for you, and all this is happening, and now you pulled out your dick on the phone with Brynn. It's not cool. Like, I don't know how anybody thinks that is cool to do that to your husband.
Yeah,
is that just because I don't like Erin, or what?
No, I mean, I agree, but I also feel like, look, Erin, it's Erin's husband, it's her business. They'll figure it out. Ultimately, it is like their choice, like whatever. Uba just said the quiet part out loud. I think, like, I'm just like, this feels like you're gonna like this. You're like, you could be embarrassing this person, like, you know. But either way, regardless, it's not something I would have done. And Uba just said it, and Uba, you know, then Uba's like, whatever. And I thought they got irrationally mad for Uba's response.
Honestly, I think they're all irrationally mad. I think Uba's irrationally mad at the situation. I mean, I don't think it was cool, but I wouldn't. She's like, she's mad. She's mad. And then they get irrationally mad at her getting mad. I mean, it's just such a clusterfuck, this whole show.
Well,
my God.
But it's one of these things where, like, I think in a normal situation, you just sort of keep it on the inside and you talk about it later with your friend, being like, I thought that was kind of fucked up. But, you know, it's a TV show, and I can't clock Uba for saying something when we complain that all season long it's like the show is boring or inauthentic, and Uba's just like, fine, I will say something because I'm on a TV show where I'm supposed to say something. Although I actually wonder if it's also because Uba was just already just so annoyed at these women, and she just thinks they're so immature and so stupid that she just has to say something.
So the producer's like, so how would you be, how down would you be for a threesome, Abe? And Abe's like, oh, no. That violates my rules of swinging, which are you can't know the other couple or the other person that you're hooking up with, because then it gets awkward after. I go, see y'all are swinging. Love it.
So Erin's gonna be like, I mean, I was just gonna like make him be like, oh yeah, oh, and it's just gonna be like a joke for like a second. It was like, have some respect. Some of us are fucking praying for husbands every single day. So he was going,
you're wasting a husband. You're wasting a husband chance.
Uba is, yeah. I mean, the truth is, Uba is also, like, Uba should just move on with her life too. She said her part, and now she should just move on.
And so Brynn's like, oh my God, Uba, where fun goes to die. I mean, it's kind of inherent that Abe knows that he's on a speakerphone because we're both talking to him. I mean, it's harmless. It's funny. Like, everyone's consenting. It's not consent if you're tricking somebody. Is it? I'm sorry. Have I just been on a different planet the past decade? I don't think that is consent, actually, you fucking weirdo. And she's like, and I thought you had a boyfriend. Like, why are you such a nun? And
you literally dressed like a nun at the reunion, Brynn. Come on now. You're the one who got so mad about someone saying you slept. Well, I guess that's more severe, saying that you slept for someone to get on this show.
So then Brynn, basically, Erin's like, well, God, love you, Abe. I guess she ruined that fun. And so they get off. So Jessel goes in to check on Uba. And then Uba's still like, oh my God, what? Erin's a child. And she's like, oh my God, calm down, Uba. She's like, it's all a joke and fun. But when it comes to husbands, they should be off limits. Only Pigeon.
Erin,
you know who we make fun of? Pigeon and Dirty Water.
Yeah. So Erin's like, that was like really fucking weird.
Yeah, she's like fucking weird.
And Jenna's like, I don't know why Uba is so upset about it. I mean, she's making assumptions that Erin isn't caring for her husband in this moment, and it's not cool. I mean, if anyone has a grievance, it should be Abe. Uba doesn't need to worry about it. It doesn't matter to. And she's right. Uba should have just said it like, you guys are being fucking weird. Abe, you're on speakerphone, and then you just go in the other room and you just go on with your life, because there's a lot more going for Uba, I think.
So Erin's like, that crossed a line. I didn't like that.
Crossed the line that she said you're on speakerphone. So Jessel's like, do you think that he's that stupid that he would go that far with her? She's like, well, I don't know. I just don't want to be part of it.
So basically, she brings her back out. She's like, come on, let's get snacks and go back out. So they go back out and they decide to have a wacky, fun, synchronized swimming. And Uba sits in a chair that's far away from everybody. And they're like, why don't you come sit with the group? She's like, no, I'm fine here. I was like, oh, God.
Because they're not actually synchronized swimming yet, by the way.
Just right, they're just about to. They keep talking about going to, but they're not going to. So she's like, no, I can hear everybody. And Brynn's like, we're here to have a fucking fun. Uba, take a fucking joke. Don't be sleeping at the dinner table. Don't be yelling at people. It's called fun. Have fun. Try it.
I don't know. As far as I can tell, Brynn has been one of them. Like, Uba has been moody, but Brynn's been fucking moody also on this trip. So then Uba's glass falls over, and it's like funny. And then Uba goes, I need to stage myself, because the glass fell over onto her. And Raquel's like, okay, let's get in the pool. Okay, we're going to the pool. Ready to go in the pool. And now, at long last, they all line up by the pool to do their synchronized swimming.
But then they start talking
first
again. They never get into it. I mean, seriously.
But first, Erin and Brynn sit on the sofa to have a...
So Brynn's like, I mean, when was the last time she talked to Abe? And Erin's like, I didn't like that at all. I'm going to say something about it. She goes, yeah, you're his fucking wife. Like, that's whack shit. I'm over it. She still hasn't apologized for saying I suck dick for work. She didn't say that. She didn't say it. And Erin's like, yeah, it's actually whack shit. I'm going to have words with her. Oh my God, you two are so fucking ridiculous. You just get yourself worked up over. Okay, so but they do it in a calm way. So everybody's fine with them doing it. You know, that's what makes me crazy about it. Their way of stirring shit is just to whisper each other like the eels from The Little Mermaid and go after everybody in this like silent, gross way. But then someone just says, fuck you. And they're like, oh my God, someone said, fuck you. Oh, call the police.
So Brynn's like, but you don't actually confront people, Erin. And Erin's like, I confront people all the time. Like the time when I said that I was not part of the conversation, so I didn't have to deal with confrontation. So Brynn is like,
yeah, okay, but like not her. Like I'm the only one who confronts Uba. Like no one else fucking says shit to her.
So Brynn tells us that Uba is a Ferrari. So she went from being a thermometer and now she's a Ferrari, which is pretty cool upgrade.
She's like, I mean, she goes from like 0 to 130. And like everyone doesn't want to set her off because she's mad at anyone who disagrees with her, who challenges her, who questions her, who says anything that she doesn't like.
And then we do get a pretty substantial montage of Uba going off on people going off on people when they don't expect it.
Well, it's when they're fucking with her, though. I mean, one is at a
Well, no, but
reunion where she's like, "Don't confuse me being angry and assertive. Don't say I'm an angry black woman. I'm being assertive." And then another is where she's saying, you know, maybe you don't know how to be loved or how to stand up for yourself, but I do. And Brynn's like, "Watch your fucking mouth!" I'm like, who's angry now? I mean, these clips.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
what?
No, but I guess I'm more just thinking about Jessel being like, Uba, here's a glass. That's for basic bitches, you fucking bitches. Uba.
I don't want a glass, basic bitch. So then Erin's like, well, I don't feel like dealing with Uba, honestly. I'm just not in the mood. Really? Because 1 second ago, you're like, we're going to have words. We're going to have words. So she's like, you know, it's going to be a whole thing. Like, why did you say that? You shouldn't say it like this. Clarify. Like, you have no idea.
If Erin did not always leave out significant portions of the truth or twist the truth, I guarantee she wouldn't have half these issues with people. She's always like, well, I don't want to talk about it because then it's going to be a whole discussion. But it's almost always a whole discussion because more truths come out.
Because you lie, you fucking liar. So so Jessel's like, you know, Uba's going to say what she's going to say. And then, whatever, who cares? Let's fast forward. Okay, so now we go. Now do we do it? No, they're putting on their swimming caps, and now Brynn's talking about dicks again. For fuck's sake, man!
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So then Uba is talking. We're seeing I'm sorry. I'm still in the flashbacks of Uba getting mad at people. So now, they're putting on the swimming caps.
Is this how fetuses feel like when we put condoms on?
Penises,
like,
not
okay.
Fetuses.
I said
Who's
penises.
putting a condom on a fetus?
I said penis. Did it sound like fetus?
I thought you said fetus. I mean, I misread things all the time, but I was like, whoa, that one we got to correct.
Yeah, this is what an episode. So now they're a step outside. Uba's like, okay, we are team A, and I was like, no, we're all just one team. And she's like, no, we are team A and they're team B.
And it's like, no, we're going to come together. That's how we do it. So then Jenna, as if she's never said this before, is like, wow, I think that I fell in love with synchronized swimming when I was like in 6th grade. Honestly, if there was like a gay synchronized swimming team, I'd totally do it. Synchronized swimming is the gayest shit I've ever seen in my life. Do it. Who are you threatening?
They're a straight synchronized swimming team. So
it's inherently gay.
So Jenna's like teaching everyone how to do synchronized swimming, and she calls Rebecca Rachel, and Rebecca's like, I'm not fucking Rachel. And then it turns out that she keeps calling Rebecca Rachel over and over again.
So then now they all talk about how they love synchronized swimming, and then they synchronize swimming. They do synchronized swimming. And let me tell you, they do synchronized swimming for a very long time. It just goes on and it goes on.
Well, we already know it's going to go on for a long time because it gets like its own little title card, and you're like, oh shit, they're applying graphics to it. This means it's going to go on for 5 minutes. And some executive at Bravo is laughing because they think they made such a funny like segment for America, and we're all just like, no, stop it, get this bullshit out of the show.
So now they're kind of done, and Uba is asking Erin if she's okay, and Erin's like, well, I didn't like what you did back there. She goes, I don't give a fuck. Don't do it in front of me. And she goes, I'm talking to you quietly. And she's like, no. Every minute you find something to be mad at. What the fuck, Erin? Which is kind of true. It's like you guys just got over this shit and had a fun synchronized swimming scene. Can you just reset? Or you start trying to restart the same shit?
Yeah. So Erin's like, okay, you know what? I'm out. She goes, what is wrong with her? What a sensitive bitch. And so Uba splashes Erin, which is, on this show, that got like a big, because it's like, oh, you splashed her, right? But it is more of a hostile gesture on RHONY. So Uba's like, she ruins everything, okay? Everything. And then splashes her some more. So Erin's like, she yells at me and splashes me and tells me to go fuck myself. I'm not allowed to express what I feel with her, but yet she's allowed to call me a gaslighter just because I don't speak the full truth and tell everyone it is the truth. And this and that and the other thing, it's just like not okay.
So Raquel's like, now what happened? And she's like, I didn't like what you did with Abe. Don't put your fucking husband on speaker when I'm there and he doesn't know. Tell me to leave, I'll leave. And Erin's like, I've learned it's just better to walk away when she's upset like this after I've pissed her off. Basically, I've learned that with Uba, once you've really done your best to piss her off and you win, it's better to just walk away and let her self-destruct, I guess.
Uma's like a deep fryer. She's like one moment like cold oil, but then after you heat her up, it's like hot oil, and you can put like French fries in it, and they get crispy. That's like totally Uma.
And then you're like, why'd you put a tornado in a Ferrari inside of an air fryer, stupid?
How many blowjobs can an air fryer give?
So now they go to the hot tub, which is worrisome because a lot of things have happened in the hot tub last season on Real Housewives of New York. And I was like, why are you guys repeating yourselves? This is the whole problem with this show. You don't learn your fucking lesson. So there they go in the hot tub. So then Jenna and Raquel are just like, fuck these people. Can we just go to bed? But they can't.
I know.
And of
Like,
course,
we're actual
Brynn gets in the hot tub and has to have a Brynn line where she's like, oh my God, this feels like a yeast infection. It's like we're going down into the yeast.
The truth is, I can imagine really many other Bravo celebrities saying that line, and it would have been like fine, maybe even funny. But from Brynn, I'm like, ugh.
It's just it's just nonstop, you know? It's
yeah.
Like, fuck.
So
like
Uba's swimming.
Stick.
Yes, I agree. So Uba's swimming, and Jessel's like, thank you, Jenna. That was quite the experience. She goes, I deeply appreciate it. And you all looked great in your hats. Oh my God. Did I say the hats part out loud? Oh my God, this is embarrassing. I thought that was going to be like an inside thing, and I said it out loud. Oh my God. Oh.
I first fell in love with synchronized swimming. I was 6. I've just never forgotten. Did I already tell this story? Oh my God, you guys tricked me again.
So then Uba goes and puts her feet into the hot tub, and Brynn's like,
Thank you, Uba, for trying to have fun. I appreciate people that try and have fun.
Oh, I'm more fun than you could ever experience. She goes, I know. When you yelled about Abe, I was like, she's no fun. So, my God, can you just let the woman come back? Like, she's trying. Just let her fucking come back. Why do you have to start it again? You are relentless. You and Erin are fucking relentless. They're tag teaming, you know? And this is why people are like, I just don't understand why Uba's so mad. This is why. Like, she can't take one fucking breath, man. So she's like, I did not yell, which is not true. And Erin's like, yeah, it felt bad. It felt like I was doing something wrong to my husband, who I love very, very much, except when I go on TV and basically call him a betrayer and a traitor and don't really explain it to anybody and just leave him to hang out to dry for a while, you know.
you were setting him up for humiliation on camera. So Uba's like, will you though? Now, again, Uba is a little bit too invested in this thing, but whatever. So Erin is like, to make it seem like I'm doing something to harm my husband is gross to me. Uba does not give me the benefit of the doubt. Uba is constantly assuming I'm at my worst, and that's what's really starting to piss me off about her.
So then Uba's like, you should think I'm a good friend. Did I do that? And she's like, no, like it felt like I didn't have a good enough relationship with my husband. And she's like, I don't want to be a part of it. And she's like, then don't comment on people's marriage. Oh no, Brynn says that. It's like, don't comment then on people's marriage. And she's like, oh, Brynn, we're not speaking to you. Go take a nap. She goes, oh, should I suck a dick while I take a nap? She goes, well, that might help you shut up.
No, but that's what you said yesterday. You said I suck dick for work.
And she's like, no. I said, if maybe you did that to get this job, because I didn't, because I'm enough. Uba is enough. I don't have to be fake of anything. And she's like,
Who's being fake?
you are. She's like,
How am I being fake? I would love to know, please.
I loved this. Uba got up and came around the hot tub and then sat right across from her, and everyone was acting like, oh my God, what is she doing? But she just gets right in her face, sits right across from her, and it's like, you are not what you say you are. You are fun, Brynn. You're sweet to everything, and nobody knows how they are with you. And she goes, okay, pigeon. And she goes, I saw high.
You're a commercial airline. I fly private. It's fine.
Girl, please.
She goes, who are you flying private with? Who? And she goes,
You're totally a Talbot's model, so it's fine.
Darling, Google my name. She's like, oh my God, what is this about your name all the time? You're like, my name, and you're not Naomi. Naomi Witch, Giselle Witch.
By the way, being a Talbot's model, like, you should be so lucky. You should be so lucky. A working model, congratulations. So Brynn's like,
No, I know. Naomi and Giselle don't wish it.
just go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. And Uba just walks away.
So, Brynn, who just hates for anybody saying something negative about a career, how could you ever say something negative about a working woman? Is like, oh, you're nothing. Your whole career is fucking nothing. Hypocrite, as fucking usual. So then, basically it's a mess. This whole thing is a mess. And Raquel still has a headache from Jenna slapping her in the head with their arm during synchronized swimming. So they talk about that for a little while to give us all a break. And then a little later, Jenna's like, can we just go to bed? And Brynn's like, oh, no. Oh, Erin. Oh, look at Erin. You ran away quite quickly. Thanks for helping me, Erin. Oh my God. Now you guys have run out of people, so you have to come for each other. Literally everybody else is too exhausted. So now you're going to reignite with each other.
Erin's like, I'm not going to sit there and listen to her yell at you like that. She goes,
I told you that if that ever happened again, I would stand up for you, and you like fucking ran away.
and she's like, I walked away to defuse.
So that was part of your master plan.
She's like, yes, I walked away.
She walked away from her own fight, Brynn, and then you got bored, so you started your own fight. It wasn't, she didn't walk away from your fight. She walked away from her own fight, you fucking weirdo. So she's like, well, I mean, you're scurrying away, and I wouldn't do that with you, and now you do it to me, and that's fine. That's fine that you did it. I'm just telling you how I felt, but it's fine. It's totally fine. So now she's telling us that Uba was pointing at Erin, and so she, she repeats the same thing, that Erin doesn't stick up for her the same way that she sticks up for Erin. But you guys are both starting the fights with the person that you want the other person to stick up for you again. It's ganging up. If you're not both there tag teaming the same person, now you're upset. If you want to start a fight with someone, then have the balls to fucking stand there and fight with them, you wuss.
Yeah, so Brynn is like,
all I'm saying is that, like, if anyone yells at you, just know that I will verbally make sure you're okay. And I'm just, like, letting you know that's what I'll do for you. I'm just letting you know what I'll do for you.
and so Erin's like, well, you didn't do that the last time. And then we see a flashback to times where Brynn did not stand up for Erin, of course.
But then I apologized profusely, and then we made a goddamn pact. And so I'm glad the pact was one way, because it doesn't work if it happens to me. God, this kind of person is just unbearable. They're just relentless. It's like constant. If there's not chaos that they're causing, then they're the victim of something. They're crying until they get another chance to cause chaos. It's fucking ridiculous. And so Erin's like, I absolutely have her back. Oh my God, you two are on team. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I'm done.
Basically Erin's
Fuck
like,
both.
they both were getting toxic.
I'm like Uba at this point. I'm like, shut up, both of you.
So Erin basically is like, you guys were both getting toxic, so I just walked away. And she's like, if you felt like I should have done more, I'm sorry. Do you want me to go say something to her? She's like, yeah. So she's like, I will go and tell her.
What you just pointed out was good, because it's another example of Erin not saying the truth to someone's face. She's saying, if you wanted me to, I'm so sorry, I'll change. Instead of saying, you are getting really mean and toxic too, Brynn. I don't think that's cool, and I'm not going to stand up for that behavior. But she's too much of a wuss because she doesn't want Brynn. She doesn't want to be on Brynn's bad side. So now she's going to jump back on Brynn's side and go tell Afuba again, even though it's not really necessary. And they should just leave this whole fucking thing alone.
So then Erin basically tells us that she feels bad that Brynn feels unsupported, and she thinks that, like, Uba crossed a line saying that, Brynn is a whore and sucked dick for money or whatever, or for the job. And we all know how triggered Brynn gets about this topic. That's the sensitive area. Don't mention that Brynn sucked dick to get ahead in life. So we're in Uba's room.
Whose dick do you even suck at Bravo to get on Housewives? Is there a hetero dick over there?
I know. Yeah, that's a great point.
Seriously.
Maybe that's why she's mad. She's like,
I didn't suck dick. I licked box, and no one's giving me credit for that. That was lesbian season.
So, Sai's like, Uba, what's going on? That's her husband, babe. And she's like, oh, so basically you're lying for the rest of these bitches who are so desperate to fucking hear shit. And she goes, what? Who cares? It's her husband. So then in the kitchen, Erin's like, well, let's not ruin the night. Too fucking late, bro.
Yeah, let's not ruin this night of going synchronized swimming and then sitting around. So Brynn's like,
No, we just didn't synchronize swimming.
so then meanwhile we have this scene in the bathroom. I think Sai is in there maybe with Jessel, and Sai is like,
She can't just sit there and talk shit anyway about me and what Brynn said. She definitely was adding to it.
and Jessel's like, oh, she said she defended me, and she was like, it's too much, I told them to stop. And Sai's like, oh, lovely, thanks, great. Because Sai's like, oh, great, Erin is once again, she's in the mix with us. And then when all that conversation gets outed, Erin is quick to be like, oh, I wasn't even saying anything. I was defending.
Yeah. And I like how this cast is kind of picking up now that they're learning, like, okay, they've got us distracted by pissing off Uba, but wait a minute, we were mad at Erin. They've started all of this to make us forget that we were pissed off at Erin, but we're still pissed off at Erin. So Sai comes out and she's like, that's fucked up, Erin, for you to tell Jessel it was only me and Brynn that were talking shit about her. You were there. And so you know what? Erin does tell the truth. She just doesn't tell the whole story. So she's like, you're a little shit. She goes, why? Me? Why? She's like, that whole conversation we said outside, you said it was just me and Jessel? That's bullshit. And Erin's like, oh my God, somehow I have like 3 fights going on at one time. I just want one at a time, please. Like, ugh.
Well, what does that say about you, by the way? If you managed to be in 3 fights in a house full of like 6 people, what does that say?
All of them. You started every single one of them. Congratulations, Fafo, baby.
So Sai's like,
Okay, let me change my clothes and we can talk about it as a group. We can have a group conversation.
and Erin's like, I'm like really over vacations with these girls. Like, they are piling on me again. That's like the classic Erin thing to be like, all I was doing was defending people. Wow, this is what I get.
So then she goes to Jessel's room and she's like, by the way, thanks for lying, Jessel.
Jessel's like, about what? She's like, well, that you went and told Sai that I said, oh, it's too much. I had nothing to do with any of it. She's like, but you did say that. She's like, no, I defended you. I'm never doing that again. I'm never going to defend you again by talking about how shitty you are as a person. God, I'm never going to defend like that.
She's like, but you said that you defended me. She goes, yeah, and I did, and I'm never doing it again. She goes, but she said that you didn't defend me. I mean, come on, Erin, I'm done with this. She goes, watch the fucking video then, and you'll realize you have no friends. Fuck off.
What?
Like, seriously, fuck off. This lady is so fucking mean. So then Jenna's like, what set the whole thing off? And Raquel's like, I don't even know. She goes, God, can we just end the night? These two are like, these children are idiots. Like, what are we doing with these people? So now Erin goes into Uba's room because she's just starting fires in every room, right? It's like Erin's big finale. So Uba's naked and she's like, can you leave? I'm naked. And she's like, but this isn't a thing. She goes, I'm naked. I don't want to talk. She goes, but like, come on, like, stop fucking telling Brynn that she's a whore and people suck her dick or whatever. Or she sucks people dick or whatever. Cause it's really fucking hurting her feelings. Oh, you know what's better? When you go tell somebody, go watch the tape because they have 0 friends.
Yeah.
Asshole.
So then Uba is like, I never said that. And she goes, well, that's just what she said. So basically Erin and Uba are like yelling at each other. And Erin's like, stop talking to her like she's trash. She's not fucking trash. And it was like, go fuck yourself. And Jenna's like, I mean, there's no way this is going to end well. Sort of like my tryout for the synchronized swimming team. Oh, did I say that part out loud? Oh my God.
Well, this is why I'm Team Uba still. Like, I don't care if Uba lost it, and I don't care if she was being rude, and I don't care. These girls will not stop poking at her. They will not stop poking at everybody on this cast, and it's so refreshing that someone's like, no, fuck you, fuck your face, fuck your stupid fucking face in your head. I hate you. Go away and leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like it's
so
on
nice.
camera. We're seeing you blatantly lie on camera. I'm actually really looking forward to this reunion because I'm really hoping that Andy and the production confronts Erin with these lies. It's like, yeah, it's true.
Does Erin's their like little golden girl that they try and build the whole thing around? They're not going to say shit to Erin. They're going to make it Uba's crazy. Something happens next week where it really goes crazy. I don't know if it gets physical. I don't know what ends up happening.
They're like
it's
crying.
not going to be good. Yeah.
Well, feels nice to feel things, right? And I
Erin
felt
will
things.
wear that big old victim cloak into the reunion, and she actually has an earned, deserved one, but she's going to get off scot-free on everything because of what she's going through, and it's rinse and repeat.
So that being said, good episode. I mean, there was stuff going on. It's much better than watching them walk around town. I mean, like, do they drive me absolutely nuts? Yes, but like, hey, things were happening. Things
Were happening, but you know, it literally is
stuff.
watching somebody just go around and start little fires, and then you're like, wow, it's a fire. That's so entertaining. It's like,
Yeah.
there's nothing natural about it. You know, it's just an arsonist.
You know, one thing I really don't like. One thing I don't love calling for certain housewives to be fired. I've done it many times. I don't love doing it because I like to trust the process, etc. And I also feel like sometimes when we say get rid of them, like we throw the baby out with the bathwater way too much in Bravo. But that being said, I really do think that Brynn, there are upsides to her being on this cast. I do think she can be very fascinating and interesting when she lets her guard down. And she does have the potential to be a good Real Housewife, but her like facade that she puts up is so annoying. And I do really think it injects this show with a lot of juvenile tonal notes where it just is like people kind of like covering their mouth and be like, oh my God. And when you watch the other housewives that are on, there's just seems to be just a much more electric feeling amongst the cast. And I think that Brynn may be the issue here, actually.
I think that they're either not fun or they're just mean spirited or they're trying too hard. I just think there's too much not working. You know, Brynn sucks. Erin sucks. I don't know what I would do, but I do know as far as the Brynn argument, you know, with Jen Shah on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, when she went to prison, everybody was like, well, the show's over because that was the lightning rod. And my biggest complaint with Jen Shah, I never liked Jen Shah because she was always starting shit for no reason and faking stuff and going into histrionics for no reason. And, you know, she sucks all the air out of the room. So you never really got to see what would happen with the other women because they never got the chance. It was always the Jen show. And if it wasn't, she would start crying and screaming and throwing things. And when she went to prison, we finally got to see what it would be like with the other ladies, and they could breathe, and it turned into a better show. I mean, all around. The past two seasons have been the best seasons, I think. So, you know, maybe it is that. Maybe you do just need to get rid of the one that's, you know, trying the hardest to make stupid drama happen for no reason.
And like the show needs to focus on, I think the show has to focus on the people that we gravitated to last season, which is Jessel, Jenna. I mean, Jenna has been kind of boring this season, but I think that's also because she hasn't, like the show has been so focused on Erin and Brynn this season, and Uba to a certain extent, but really Erin and Brynn so much that like the people who were popping last season have been kind of on the sidelines. They've been definitely like ancillary characters to the main drama. And I think that totally they took some wrong steps.
I would kind of like I would kind of like maybe an L Word version. You know, I think I don't know that Jenna and Raquel are strong enough personalities to lead a housewife show. You know, like Raquel's a cool person. Jenna's a cool person. They can't really lead a show, but they probably have a lot of wackadoo friends that could. And I think it might be fun to have like kind of a modern L Word type take show on this. Bring in all their crazy ass friends and watch them go. Because listen, you want to see some ladies have some good fights? Join a lesbian friend group because I've got one and those girls are good. I'd watch it. I love the L Word. I didn't watch the real version, the reality version, but the L Word is a great show. I love that. I would totally watch a version of Housewives that was like that. And they've got two pretty strong tent poles there, no pun intended. So they should maybe do that. I don't know. They need to do something drastic.
We need more deluded people in the fun way, like Jessel, and we need campy people, and we just can't have. We need also some older women. You know what? I don't think Housewives cast that really have like a predominantly like a cast that's largely in their 30s. I just don't know if that's as strong. Although SLC is sort of skews a little younger.
The classics were though. That's how they all start, you know, and then you watch people go through that time period, that decade or whatever. It's what it's supposed to be, I think. But, you know, I mean, we're in the tail end of like the RHONY and the jerseys and the stuff where they are a little bit older now. So maybe we want that because of that. I mean, I don't know. Whatever it is, they just need more fun. Just come on.
They just fix it. Fix it.
People.
Fix it, Bravo.
Get funny
Fix it.
crazy. Not just boring dish rags like fucking Erin and tryhards like Brynn. Come on, man. You owe us more than this, Bravo.
You can do it. We have faith in you.
Bravo doesn't
Yeah.
owe us shit, by the way. Bravo's like, no, we fucking don't owe you shit, stupid RHONY. But come on, we believe we're here anyway. We'll keep eating the slot that you give us. Just, you know, we know you can do it. Look at your other
Just
shit.
add some seasoning. Add some seasoning, please. Thanks everyone for being here. That
Less
was
Kashi,
fun.
more Fruit Loops.
Could I amend that to less Kashi and more Frosted Flakes? Because I don't like Fruit Loops.
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, I guess Fruit Loops. I don't do fruity, fruity cereals.
Come on, Ben, it's fruity.
I know.
It's
Fruit Loops is the
pun.
phrase.
It's a pun.
Okay, I know. I actually literally just errand that pun for you. Like you made like a perfectly good pun, and I 100% errand it. Like, oh, what if I don't like Fruit Loops?
Oh, God. Everyone, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to get tickets for the Golden Crappies in New York City and Salt Lake City, San Diego, Denver, and the other place. San Francisco. We'll see you guys soon, okay? Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's always automatic with Ashley Auto.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Put your hands together for Carly Clapp. Catherine DiBernardo has our hardo.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offutt. Dana C. Dana Do.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels!
Erin McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey. You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
We could all learn from Jennifer Kearns.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
Knock, knock, knocking on Katie Mannock's door. She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Bringing the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks, it's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg, you can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
Have a heck of a time with Rebecca. She sure is swell, it's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors. She's VVIP, it's Amanda V.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD. She's got a leg up, it's Beth Ani.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva. Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
We're Ride or Die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Put on a kettle for Rebecca Weddle.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.